It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. Curry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. An inside give to Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and 5 now. Wilson, deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll run on first down. It's Curry, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14 to 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a give right side. Curry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Going back to Allen. He's got him again. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who's the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Oh, this is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Wilson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Wilson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Touchdown, Broncos. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Chargers 27, Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his target, Allen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen. And the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Returnable here for Davis.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Wilson on 1st down, fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there was just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On 2nd down, Wilson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down, Curry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, LA!
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Finding space at the 40.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Gage, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards.
And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll run on first down. It's Curry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Wilson. Flushed out right.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Bosa. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.